Thank you very much, Tom. It's indeed a pleasure to be here today. I don't know if Swain set me up to follow Dr. Martin or not, but you gave me an impossible task. You did a tremendous job, and I appreciate it. The day has really been an eye-opener and a wonderful thing for me to be in academia and see the work that is going on with our future leaders. It gives you a great sense of satisfaction to see these little young people grow. And Tom, from what I've heard today, a great deal of credit goes to you, and I certainly join in thanking you and helping the leadership for South Carolina future. I hope most of them will stay here. I think the graduate students, and we certainly need them to be here. When Swain asked me to spend a day with him at the beach, I didn't really know what he was talking about, but it's turned out to be a great day, and I thank you for it, Swain. Trying to wrap up after it's already been wrapped up is a little difficult. But a few of the things that I've heard today, Dr. Ireland was talking about the Railroad Commission in Texas, and our legislature did change the Public Service Commission from the Railroad Commission about 50 years ago, and now we're the Public Service Commission. And a railroad commissioner from Texas was the last chairman, had just completed his term as chairman of the Gas Committee, Barry Smitherman. You probably know Barry. And he did an excellent job for us. We had a couple of questions that some of the students asked that some insurance might have been given. I think Dr. Murray was, in his presentation on the use of water in fracking, was very important, and the message he carried is that the amount of water that's used is not a significant amount. In fact, any nuclear or coal-fired generation plant uses more water than any of the gas-fired generation or any of the fracking procedures. And the industry has done a good job of trying to bring these things to the forefront and making sure that the chemicals they're using are not hazardous. Those chemicals are not going to be a great harm to the environment from what we understand. The water that they put back is well below the aquifer, and from what we've been told, there's never going to be a chance for it to affect our water supply. These are some of the things that NARU's a wonderful organization, our national association, and we have a seat at the table for every state in the union and every province, and then we meet about 4 times a year, 3 times other than the Southeast meetings that we hold. And everyone has a seat at the table, and as you know, this nation has a lot of different views. People come from different places with different ideas, and we discuss these same issues that we've discussed today, and we try to come to a consensus. And you've got a few on one side and a few on the others that you never reach. But we do have it works when people meet together, even though, as the senator said earlier, you might have different ideas, but you can meet and you get things accomplished. And the companies attend these meetings also as observers, and they know how the regulators feel because of this, and they try to follow and see that things happen the way they should happen. I don't know of any renegade companies in the Southeast that you have a problem with. All of them tend to fall in line and attempt to do what's right. They have to answer to you every day. They have to answer to us. And we are blessed and fortunate to have the type of companies we have. We've talked about natural gas, and the first meetings we had at NARU, we had much more to discuss than we did today. And it appears as we end this day on the pros and cons on natural gas, the only real thing I heard that's still on the table is with the earthquake situation. And we've heard two sides of that issue too. So I feel sure that natural gas and hydraulic fracturing is going to be with us for a long time. It's already been a game changer in the country. It is going to help us, lead us to energy independence. We've talked just a little bit. We heard a student mention solar and renewables, and I don't think you have to step back to mention that at any time. I think it's extremely important to the future mix of generation that we're going to see. They aren't ready for base load because the reliability feature's not there. But when R&D brings them up to a storage level that we can store that energy that's generated when we don't need it, it will be base load. I don't know when that'll be. I hope you'll get to see it. I doubt I will. I hope I will too. But these are things that are happening every day. It's an exciting time to live in South Carolina. As Swain said earlier about we're a judiciary body and we can't advocate and we can't mediate, but we can plant seeds. And I want to plant a seed. We've heard Atlantic Coast Pipeline mentioned 2 or 3 times today. This is something tremendous that's going to end right next door to the poorest section of South Carolina and the PD. The most undeveloped area of the state is the PD at this time, Dillon County, Marlboro County, where I live, and Marion County, and the Grand Strand. And this is the area of the state that has the least amount of accessibility to natural gas. We have very few distribution systems other than a few municipalities and some industrial and commercial. We kind of shorthanded on it. I know even at North Myrtle Beach, where I have a house, we have no residential natural gas at all. And I don't know about most of the other areas, but the economic development level that we could reach if we could see that pipeline established and come on through to the Grand Strand, it would be a new day for us, and no question about it. When they presented this to us at the commission, it was encouraging for people in North Carolina and Virginia, but it was very little encouragement to me in South Carolina, and especially seeing that thing stop right at my county line. Many of you in here are local, and you know about Highway 73 that we've thought about. I happen to be the commissioner that carried the newspaper article that I'd picked up on I-73 from West Virginia, Michigan, that they were working on it. That was in 1990. We're still working on it, and we hope to the Lord that we'll see that happen. But I-74, as they call it in North Carolina, and the plant is on this side of that, where we're supposed to connect with 73 and 74. So I've got a little, I guess it's kind of at my crow a little bit. But these are some of the things that I've seen today, and the one seed I planted, I hope somebody will fertilize it and see if it can grow. But it's been a great day for me. I've learned a lot. It's great to be with the people that I've been with. I thank you, and I hope I didn't waste your time. Thank you very much.